Now case 2. If we place the object at the center of curvature, where we get image? So now I did one diagram, ray diagram. By using ray 1 and ray 2. By using ray 1, ray 2, I did this diagram. Ray 1 means already we know the ray which is incident ray is parallel to the principal axis, and the reflected ray passing through the focal point. And ray 2, the incident ray is passing through the focus, and after reflection it is parallel to the principal axis, right? So I took the two rays. We got intersection point of these two reflected rays exactly below the center of curvature. We got below the center of curvature. If you join this intersection point and principal axis, if you draw the perpendicular, if you join the intersection point perpendicular to the principal axis, we get image of the object. See, I did a perpendicular. I joined this intersection point to the principal axis by taking 90 degree. So I did one perpendicular line. It gives the image of the object. So by looking this figure, we can say easily the size of the image is equal to size of the object. That is first one. Nature. I am saying nature. The size of the image is equal to size of the object. And where we got image? At the center of curvature only we got. If we place the object at the center of curvature, we got image also at center of curvature. And third point, how we got image? The image is inverted image. We got inverted image, and we are getting this image on the screen. If we place the screen, then only we can see the image, otherwise we can't see. So that's why it is real image, I already said. So we are catching this image of the object at the screen, that's why it is what? A real image. By intersection point of reflection rays, we are getting image, that's why it is real image. Okay, next. See, nature I already written. We get image at the center of curvature, and same size as object size. Image size is equal to object size. We get image, inverted image we get, and the image is what? Real image. This is a ray diagram of case 2 when we place the object at the center of curvature. And we have only one ray diagram for that. Sir, why you are not teaching? Why you are not taking ray 3? So ray 3 is nothing but the incident ray passing through the center of curvature. Already we placed the object at the center of curvature, so there is no possibility to take ray 3, right? So that's why we have only one ray diagram. Okay, so I am repeating. So by using ray 1, ray 2, I did this diagram. So I placed the object at center of curvature, and ray 1, it is incident ray is parallel to principal axis passing through the focus, and ray 2, the incident ray is passing through the focus. After reflection, the reflected ray is parallel to the principal axis. We already know the intersection point of reflected rays gives the image of the object, right? Here we got intersection point. This intersection point exactly below the center of curvature. If you join this intersection point perpendicular to the principal axis, we get image. So if you place the screen at this intersection point, we get image easily. Okay? Now, so by looking this diagram, we can say image size is equal to object size. Where we got image? At the center of curvature only we got image, and this image is inverted image, and it is real image. Case 3. When we place object between focal point and center of curvature, where we get image. I am repeating. If we place the object between focal point and center of curvature, where we get image, now that we going to learn in this topic. So out of 3 rays, same I am taking ray 1 and ray 2. Okay, ray 1 and ray 2 I am taking. So this is concave mirror. I placed the object between F and C. Now this is the object. This is object. From this R1 I took the incident is parallel to the principal axis. After reflection, the reflected ray passing through the focus. Next R2, the incident ray is passing through the focus. After reflection, the reflected ray is parallel to the principal axis. So we know the intersection point of the reflected rays gives the image. Here we got intersection point. So where we got intersection point? Behind of C. Behind of C we got intersection. Where we placed the object between F and C, we got image behind of C. By looking this, we can say the nature of the image easily. See here, compare the sizes of the object and image. The image size is more than the object size. So, which image we got? Enlarged image we got. We got enlarged image. Where we got image? Behind of center of curvature. Behind of center of curvature we got. And it is inverted image. It is what? Inverted image. And it by on the screen we are getting image, right? So it is a real image. In the same way, I did another diagram by using ray 2 and ray 3. Ray 2, the incident ray passing through the focus, the reflected ray is parallel to the principal axis, and ray 3, the incident ray is coming coming from the center of curvature and reflected through in the same center of curvature, means angle is 0, right? So here also we got intersection point behind of C. Same nature we got. So I am taking in the same way I did another diagram with ray 1 and ray 3. The incident ray is parallel to the principal axis and it passing through the focus. And ray 3 means what? The incident ray is passing through the center of curvature and reflected ray also passing the same direction, in opposite direction, right? So here also we got a intersection point behind of C only. From these three diagrams, we can say if we place the object between focal point and center of curvature, we get image behind of C, and the nature of image is we get enlarged image, and the image is inverted image. We are getting that image on the screen, so it is real image.